get it. Let's get it. All right, 1 second. What's up, Margot?
Hey,
how's
not
the
much.
how's the tundra?
Cold, snow. Another day, say same shit.
All right. That's as close as I want to get to it. Is the conversation or the TV? That's as close as I want to get to it. Right now. All right, Deanne, what you got?
I was cracking up. You did show a TV image of snow.
I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
I will be training a group of processors, a processing company, using my processing performance program.
Okay.
I'm so excited because
yay.
You know how I feel about what everybody should do versus what everybody does do.
Yes.
And for this team to trust me with their processors to develop them, you know what I'm saying, to upskill them, I am so very excited. So
that's exciting.
Today. I'm going to be doing it every week for this month.
Okay.
And it was a huge win, huge win. And
Good
what an awesome way to start your year.
So you start now or you start in January?
No.
Start this week? Today. All right. Let's go. So we're coaching up some processors. That's exciting. That is exciting. All right. I'm going to be one dead cat here in a minute, but that's okay. Tastes like chicken, right? All right. So any other wins? Anybody else have a win they want to share that happened that's coming to fruition? No? I know Ben does. Ben, you got to share where you're going, man. Like that's I mean, let's be honest. That's pretty cool. Where are you going?
We'll have a win later on, not yet.
No, but you're taking an amazing trip. Like where you heading out to?
Yeah, so today we have in I'm not sure anyone over here is from New Jersey or from New York, but we have the AAA convention in Atlantic City. The Realtor Convention, which is an annual convention.
Yeah.
So meet up some good realtors.
Good.
And make some great connections.
Very nice.
And try still to get something from them in 25.
So you're still doing things, man, in December. So like you're still building for the next year. So good for you, man. Yep. Where some people are just going to sit back and relax and chill and ride it out for the rest of the year and then start doing something in January. So you're just keeping it moving. So good for you, man. Yeah. And he's making calls through Go High Level. And how's that going, man? Is that going good?
Yeah, going very well.
Good. Yeah. It's organized, detail oriented. So he downloaded all his contacts, just so you guys know, from Covey. We put him into Go High Level for him, and he's just like going down the line, having some conversations. So good stuff. All right. Well, man, I've been talking about facial expressions for a long time, right? And it's a big deal. It's a bigger deal than you can even imagine. So I've put some really cool stuff inside of MLL Live. I put a body language section in there. I'm going to start doing once a week at least one class on body language or some sort of body language. Let me just share with you what I've done so far. So if you go log in, and again, there's 30-day free trial if you're not part of this, but if you go to the body language tab right here, you're going to see I even uploaded some videos from YouTube to help with this. There's even a quiz to test. I got 86%, so not too bad. There's practice. So this is pretty cool. You can start your camera and it'll open up your camera and you can do facial expressions and then it'll tell you what it is. So you can start practicing the facial expressions, which is pretty cool. And then there's some learning of like what each one is. And then the other thing that I added was some mirroring and rapport. So mirroring and rapport is really like, I don't know, like this guy, it's so funny. I think this is a 50-second video. So let me just share it. This is pretty cool. Remember what we talk about, Kim? Remember we like say the last 3 words, right? Watch this. Watch what this guy says. It's freaking hilarious. So I'm gonna play this one right here. Yeah, baby. Come on. Is that cool? Isn't that funny? So that's inside there under body language. Mario, you have access to that. So if you don't, let me know. But if you guys want to try it out, go to mlolive.com, check it out. So I'm keep adding what I feel is so important to the sales process, to learning, listening, being human with your past clients, current clients, loans and process, all that stuff. So cool.
Hey, Scott, I don't see that on mine.
Just refresh.
I did.
Okay. All right. I'll figure out why you don't see it because I'm in my login thing. So I'll have to. Is it not at the very bottom?
No, it goes down below integrations. Email marketing is grayed out. It says coming
Okay, yep,
soon.
yep.
And then I don't have the facial expression.
Okay, cool. All right. I'll make sure it's there for everybody. All right, cool. So I want to talk a little bit more about this because I think it's so. You guys agree that facial expressions? Do you guys understand what that is? Like when somebody makes a face, it's so insane the power that you can have by their facial and I just want to read some of this stuff. So let me get to here real quick. Let me do this one thing really quick. One sec. All right, stop. Window. All right. Share. Okay. Now I'm gonna go here. Trying to run two different things here. You guys see this okay?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, so 7 universal facial expressions and how loan officers use them. So here's the crazy part. At any given moment, humans communicate more with their face than their words. Research shows that there are six, seven. I didn't make this up. This is what came out, 6, 7. Core emotions expressed universally across all cultures. And they're written clearly on the face of those who know how to read them. Loan officers who understand this psychology foundation close more deals, connect more deeply with clients, and build trust faster than their competition. Your ability to decode and respond to emotional signals is what separates good loan officers from great ones. So there's like without them saying anything, they can say a lot. Okay. So why facial expressions matter in mortgages? The emotional reality. Clients are stressed out about the biggest financial decision of their lives. Real estate agents are overwhelmed, juggling multiple deals, market shifts daily, bringing uncertainty and anxiety. Would anybody disagree with that? We're probably all in that same spot right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In this high pressure environment, words alone aren't enough. The facial expressions you see and the ones you show communicate volumes. The ones you show. Your ability to read emotion accurately and respond with professionalism isn't just a nice skill to have. It's a superpower that can transform your business. When you can identify what someone is truly feeling beneath their words, because they'll say things, but their facial expressions will show different. You with me? So the more I talk about this, the more you'll just be paying attention. You gain the ability to address their real concerns, ease their fears, and guide them confidently through the mortgage process. The 7 universal: happiness, sadness, anger, fear, surprise, disgust, contempt. There's more, but those are the universal 7. Okay. So happiness, what it signals. I'm not going to go through all these. You guys can check it out yourself. I'll make sure you have a copy of the PowerPoint. How to respond. So it shows how to respond, and it talks about all that. But like when you see genuine happiness, eyes crinkle, it kind of talks about, it gives you all the signs you're going to see. And then that test will allow you to see, and as you start, I'm telling you, if you just open the universe to start paying attention to this, you'll start seeing these little signals. And you're like, oh my God, there it is, there it is, there it is. And you start taking these tests to learn these facial expressions. You'll be able to communicate in a different way that is speaking to their emotions, not just to their words. Okay. How to respond, celebrate wins, no matter how small. It talks about that. The next one, sadness. How many people you didn't maybe notice, but when you showed them the payment of their new house, they look sad because that's not what they expected. Expectations sometimes dictate sadness, happiness, contempt, all this little crazy stuff. So sadness manifests as downturned mouths. Like, and we've all now that you guys start like hearing this, you're gonna start seeing it. Guys, once you learn this stuff, you can sit in Starbucks and practice and see people if they're happy or sad, contempt, pissed, like all these different things. You can literally pick it out of a crowd. You can pick out couples that are together that are happy, sad, not happy, like angry. Like you can literally, it's like, it's so obvious. They don't even know they're doing it. I'm gonna do a class. I got to do some homework on it, but like about blinks when you're talking to somebody and when they get stressed, they blink faster. Like there's so many crazy things that our emotions do that we can't physically control. Okay. Anger, understanding anger. Anger comes from unmet expectations. So how do we address anger right from the front? Very detailed. Here's how the process is going to go. Here's what's going to happen throughout the process. Little things. Hey, you might have this question about the appraisal. You might have this question about the home inspection. You might have this question about whatever. Don't hold it in. Let me know. Ask the even if it's 2 a.m. Shoot me a text. Shoot me an email. I got everything on silent. I'll get to you first thing in the morning. Like get it off their plate so they're not angry. Fear. Remove the unknown. Fear is the silent deal killer in mortgage transactions. Anybody disagree with that? It shows up as widened eyes, raised eyebrows, tensed muscles, and hesitant speech. Your client might suddenly go quiet. Anybody been ghosted lately? What do you think that is? Fear. Ask the same questions repeatedly or start creating obstacles. So fear is mortgages usually centers in the unknown. Can I really afford this? What if I lose my job? What if rates go up? What if something goes wrong? What if the furnace goes out? What if I need a new roof? Like all these things start coming in and affecting their emotions and fears. Educate, show proof, simplify, use mortgage calculators, use buying versus renting, all the stuff that's in MLO Live. Reduce uncertainty. The only reason they're scared is because they're uncertain. They're not educated. You're not having these conversations with them. Surprise. Woo, man, that's not what I thought it was going to be. That's not what you told me, right? That's kind of an obvious. Surprise appears as raised eyebrows, widened open mouth, and momentarily stillness. It can be positive or negative depending on the context. There's a guy that I want you guys to search out on Facebook. He's all over the place. You might even know him. His name is called Chase Hughes. Like Chase, Hughes, Chase, Chase. He's the #1 body language.
Oh my God, I love him.
Dude, is he insane? Yeah. So
Scotty, sorry to interrupt you. I was as you were talking, it's Kathleen and I'm driving, but as you were talking about this, I'm like, I could send him the link, the behavior panel, because you love that. But that's what he's on, Chase Hughes.
Yep.
Sorry. Continue.
Yep.
Sorry.
No. You'll hear like it's giving me chills because he will say stuff here, and he literally pulls up situations with superpowers of the world, presidents, vice presidents, mayors, governors, like people that are killed people, like, and he literally will walk you through what they say, but how they act. And then he, like, a bunch of people interview him. So he's like they're interviewing him and asking like, what, hey, there's just some really cool stuff. So go find Chase Hughes if you want to like really go crazy deep with this stuff, and follow Chase Hughes and just start listening to what he's saying and start listening and paying attention to when he explains when someone talks and the blinks and the emotions and the shift and the breathing and all the different things that go along with it, that we like, even the superpowers of the best can't fake this. Okay. So we're talking about people that are buying a house, right? The more you learn this, the more superpower you have when it comes to this stuff, the more you'll be able to read the room, like literally read people from across the room, read people one-on-one, read groups of people, what they're doing, how they're feeling, all that. It's superpower. Disgust, the signal. Disgust shows a wrinkled nose, raised upper lip, or a subtle pullback. And these might be so slight that if you're not looking at them, it might just be for a nanosecond. that they do it and then they're back to normal. So you gotta really be paying attention to their face, looking at their face. Slow down. Don't push forward when you see disgust. Pause the conversation. Ask what's concerning you. Give them space to voice objections without pressure. Right? Like we try to sell. Sometimes we got to back off, remove the pressure, remove the sale. Hey, maybe this isn't the right time. Remove the walls. Like for example, I was thinking about this the other day. Someone calls and says to me, "Why should I go with you?" What would you say to that? What would you say to why should I go with you? My first response, because I want to defuse, is like, maybe you shouldn't. I don't know enough about you to see if I can put you in a better situation with what you're looking to do. Can I ask you a few questions? Right? So like instead, most people go, this is why blah, 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 blah. I'm the best. I've been in the business 20 years. I know everything alone under the sun, like blah, blah, blah. Right? Like sell. I'm like, well, maybe you shouldn't. I don't know. Like maybe I'm not the best fit for you. Who says
or maybe
that?
you could say, why should you go with me?
Yeah. Why should you go with me? Yeah. Right. Why should you go with me? Reverse it. Or just repeat what they said. Right? Like, hey, why should I go with you? Go with me? Like you can literally say that and they're gonna, right, Kim? They'll say, well, I have to, they might, they might give you info.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm talking to these two other people, and like it's crazy if you just repeat, go with me, and then they'll just spill their guts of what they're thinking because you don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah, go with me. And well, why would you go with any loan officer? What's important to you?
Right. It's so crazy easy, right? Once you get it and you stop fighting the battle, like I think we try to always have something to say when we don't need anything to say. It's crazy. Even that guy said you can literally do this. You can talk to someone for 2 hours and never say anything except for repeat what they say. And they'll just keep giving. Contempt is the only asymmetrical facial expression, typically a tightened lip, corner of one side, short, sweet, creating a slight smirk or sneer. It signals superiority, disdain, and fundamental mistrust in relationships. Contempt is the strongest predator of separation. So, emotional intelligence, identify the expression. If you don't know it, you can't address it. Understand the need, understand the context of the conversation. Where are you at in the process? Control the conversation. When you meet the emotional need, you guide the conversation naturally forward, resolution and agreement. What your expressions communicate. We have these as salespeople as well, and people read them, they just don't know what they are. So if we show disgust, we show anger, we show sadness, we show all these things, they're feeling it, they just don't know what they're feeling. Before you speak a word, listen to this, your facial expression tells your clients everything they need to know about working with you. Can you trust me? I'm calm. I know what I'm doing. I care. Scary, right? How to use the starting. Watch micro expressions. Slow down when you see fear. Celebrate every win. Adjust your energy. Make sure it's coming across the right way. That's why I always say if you go into it with zero expectations of nothing in return, except for to leave them in a better place, is your frequency going to be better or worse when it comes to all these things? Right? It's going to be better. Bring calm to the chaos. You guys have heard the feel, felt, found? I feel the same way. Been there, done that. Here's what I did. Here's how I overcame that. Here's a couple things to think about when making this decision. Feel, felt, found. Like I'm putting myself in their place. The extra degree, one expression, one moment, 1 degree. I threw in the 212 in here. At 212, it boils. That's 1 extra degree makes all the difference between a pot of hot water. So you guys know one expression, 1 moment, 1 degree. This is the same thing. And then that's no big deal. So I just wanted to end with that. But like this is a really big deal, and I haven't talked about it enough. So I wanted to bring this up, and I want to do more of it. I want to have more. I want you guys to practice. I'll make sure that you guys all have access to it. So I apologize about that, man. Any questions on this? Back in the day, I hired a body language coach, and it was probably the most powerful thing I've ever done in my career. Just to be able to understand I didn't know that emotions were so powerful when it comes to talking to people, when we're talking to them about the biggest purchase they're ever going to make in their lives. And they might go through all of these, right? When you're looking at homes, are you happy or sad? Happy. Excited. Oh my God, we're doing it. And then they get the numbers like sad, disgust, fear. I mean, they might have 4 or 5 of these emotions all at once. And they might show them on their face all at once, like all of the same things come out. I mean, like, right?
Thanks, Scotty. So now, we don't meet with clients as much as we used to, or, see them.
Yeah.
Right? We see them in person. So definitely there's Zoom, of course. But I was thinking about using this in a lead gen situation, like when you're in a group, like a networking meeting, or
Yes.
you're at an event or a chamber meeting, like as you're interacting with people and you're looking for connection of who are my people, like you're looking to build your referral network for, clients or whatever, or even if you're just having a client party, so you're seeing a lot of your people at one time. How would you, like, since you had a coach for this, how do you use it in that type of setting?
So first off, we can use it in Zoom all day. You can read these things in Zoom, like 100%.
Yep.
So try to get on a Zoom call with your clients as fast as you can, so you can address a couple of these things, have conversations, get to know them. Hey, I just want to let you know I'm human. So nice to meet you. I know we haven't met in person. Look forward to it. Man, just let me ask you a couple questions. Hey, why are you guys wanting to do this right now? What do we have? Like, are you renting? Like, so because when you ask certain questions, is your family growing? You guys looking to have kids? Like, what's going on? And then you can, like, you'll see their facial expressions, like, kids, like, hell no. Like, you'll see the things that they answer and how they answer them. So, I would try to get them some way, shape, or form on Zoom. If you can't get them on Zoom, you do a facial call instead of just a phone call, face to face. And they're going to show you these emotions. And you, like, when you're doing it, look at them, ask the questions. Make sense? So there's ways to get to them to read their body language, especially if you feel something's going south with the deal. Get face to face. You have to get face to face to find out what it is. And sometimes you don't even have to ask the questions. What do you have to do? Repeat what they're saying. Like, hey, we're a little, hey, we're a little nervous. Little nervous? And they'll tell you what they're nervous about, literally. Where we try to sell them on, oh man, like the appreciation and this and that. Like, what are you nervous about? I don't know, man. Like, we really wanted a 3-car garage. And that might all it be. That might be all it is. Like, we just really wanted a 3-car garage. Well, let's go get a 3-car garage.
Hey, Scott, right in here.
Hey, buddy.
I thought this was awesome stuff because I always looked at how I dealt with people. I mean, I'm looking at them and I'm working it that way, but I never really thought about how to use it so that they can get what I want them to get from me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those subtle things, smiling and understanding, if I change my facial expression, I can use that as a method to bring them in closer and I was looking at them and looking at how I can massage that side, but I'm not thinking of what I'm projecting. I'm almost like poker face.
100%. And here's where I would practice this. Okay. I would practice this with your husband or wife and with your kids. Because we're parents, we're husband or wife, right? And when your wife says something, your husband says something, repeat it back to them. Because we assume we know what they're thinking or saying, but we might not. And they won't even, like, I do this all the time too, one-on-one conversations I have. and they just don't know I'm doing it. But it's such a much better conversation because I'm letting them talk. I'm letting them share their emotions. Like, remember when I said words sometimes isn't really how they're feeling? They just don't. Have you ever wanted to say something? You're like, I just don't know how to say this. All the time, right? Like, man, I just don't know how to say it, so I'm just gonna say it. Like I say this all, like, I don't know how to say this, but I'm just gonna say it, and then we'll talk about it. Deal? And then they'll say something back, and then I'll literally turn it into repeating what they just said back to me because I want to know what they really thought I was saying. Like, dude, this is where, and I said it yesterday, some people will have an emotional breakdown because you've uncovered something they've been trying to share with somebody that no one's taken the time to uncover. You might have this with borrowers who are just emotional about, and guys, half the time it's not even what's happening now, it's what happened in their, like, when they were growing up. It's coming out in their adulthood that they've never been able to shake. It's so powerful. It's not deceptive. It's not disrespectful. It's really listening and getting to the core of what's happening and having a deeper conversation and getting to know these people at a deeper level. And when you build that connection and you listen to them and you ask them enough questions and you have these conversations with them and they express what exactly they're thinking, it just makes for a much better experience for them. You're the go-to because you listened, you understood, you pulled out of them something that no one else could. Kind of deep. I know I'm going a little deep today, but I'm just saying, like, this is a real deal. This is like a big deal that'll change your career. Like, on the next conversation, it'll change. It'll literally, if you slow down a little bit. I mean, this takes practice, right?
If we would just stop talking and listen.
100%.
And pay attention. Yeah. And I'm testimony for someone who's on the receiving end of this is my husband read Chris Voss's book many years ago, and he's mastered it. And honest to goodness, it's probably the reason that we're still married, like still together, because he got it down.
Yeah. And
I don't even know he's doing it. Still does it all the time, and I still don't catch it when he's doing it. Because when you guys, like, a lot, and when my guard is down and he's like, and I got something, and he'll just go, I don't know, 3 words, like back the last 3 words I said, and I'm like, yeah, and then I keep on going, and he is so good at it. And then I get all my words out, and then I calm down, and I'm like,
it's done.
Good, are you good?
Yeah.
It's like I just needed to be heard. Like, for any of us who feel like we have to fix everything, like when someone says to us, now we got to fix it, you don't have to fix it.
Yeah.
Clients, spouses, especially wives.
Well, just
like,
that's
do
good.
the mirror back, let them talk it out. They will eventually say what they need.
Yeah.
And I also had this happen recently in a sales situation where I was the person being sold to, and I had the other person the person who was selling called me, offering the service, called me, and she talked and talked and talked and talked for like 20 minutes. And I was not interested. Well, I was like, dang, I thought I really needed this, but I guess I don't, because you won't shut up. I just got to get off the phone. And
she was trying to sell you something. She was trying to sell you something.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
She was trying to help me. It wasn't even about trying to help me, but she wasn't good at sales. And I needed her help, but she wouldn't stop talking. And I was just going to get off the phone. And then finally she asked me a question about me. And I answered. And then she got good at what she does. And she mirrored back and she asked the right questions. So it's like she finally got into her groove of giving me the help I needed. And I got to talk it out. And then I bought what she had to offer. But she almost lost me. The first 20 minutes, I was just trying to get off the phone because she wouldn't shut up, because she kept telling me what she had to offer me, and I didn't want to hear them. I wanted her to ask me questions.
Yeah. A great lesson for us all, right?
Yep. Stop talking. They don't care about you and how good you are at this and that and what your story is. They don't care.
You want a good example of this? Go to a car dealership.
Yeah.
They literally will try to sell you before you even drive a car. Like, it's like, come on, man. Like, you don't even, like, it's so crazy. Deanne, what you got?
I wanted to piggyback off Raymond. He brought up such a good point, and that's what I got from here. That poker face is probably turning my clients off. I am selling this, and I hate to use the word selling, but I am offering this incredible opportunity, and I look like I'm delivering bad news. So I love that. That's exactly what I got from it. You said that you're gonna put those videos inside.
They're in there. Yeah, they're in there. Can you guys check? Hey, Jeff, can you check again? Because I did a refresh. See if it should be there. If not, we'll have to do some deeper dive. But so Dion, tell me what you were saying again. You come across negative?
Not negative, but poker face. And because remember, I'm selling vegetables to children. You know what I mean? Children usually, okay, my children don't like vegetables. We're not talking about, you guys might have great children. They might eat vegetables. My children don't like vegetables. I'm selling vegetables to children. You need these vegetables. You do. You need to improve. You need to do this. And I'm selling it like this, and I'm really serious because I don't want you to see my emotion. But I never really thought about being excited while I sell it. I have no idea why. It is a great thing.
Yeah.
But I like that. I like that a lot.
So how are you going to fix it?
I like the mirroring thing, which is why I got to watch those videos like 100 times so that I can, because another thing that you said that was so powerful, or somebody said it about repeating it so that they can actually talk it out. I find that the meetings that I have that are the longest are the ones that actually purchase. And the reason why is because they're talking out what their issue is, how they want to improve. They're listening to me and asking me questions. But like Kim said, the people that are just like barreling through, you know what I mean? They already have in their mind, like bars can't have in their mind what you're going to do for them. You're not the licensed professional. I am. And that's how I feel about when I go into these meetings for people, who need training and development. You don't really know. I'm the one that's going to evaluate everything that's going on, because you might not even need training. You just might need a new staff.
True that. Yeah. Somebody called it, what was it? Somebody did they delete? Oh, underwriter face is what they.
Oh, that was good.
That was really good. Good job, Gretchen.
That was good, Gretchen.
Underwriter face, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I know. And to Raymond's point, like there's a fine line, right? We are supposed to be the professional. That's such a good point, Raymond. Like we are supposed to be the professional. We're supposed to stay neutral, but we also
we exert because if somebody like, how many times when somebody gets angry, we kind of like why aren't you understanding me? So without saying it, our body language is saying, what is wrong with you? I don't why don't you understand what I'm saying? Why don't you understand like this or that? Or, you know what I mean? Like we have those expressions. So we're saying it without saying it. We just have to be really careful that we have the right face on, I guess. But I mean, like, here's the thing. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and go, I got it. You're just not. You have to see it. You have to watch movies with it. You have to practice it. You have to practice what these are. You have to understand why they're being in that situation. Look for them. And then you might not necessarily at first, when you first see it, address it, but go back and do some homework on why did they have that feeling, so that next time it becomes muscle memory. Right now, you just don't understand it or how to combat against it. Where if you practice it, see it, go back, study, okay, what was it? What were they feeling? How could I come back and address that on the next conversation? Or how can I call them back right now and say, hey, I wanted to bring this up, but I felt like we were out of time. Like I felt a little sadness in your voice, but maybe it wasn't their voice, it was their expression. And then awkward silence. Awkward silence is the tough part when you're doing this stuff. Because like Kim said, sometimes we just want to fix stuff, but sometimes we just need to listen. They don't want to be fixed. They just want to express their emotions. Like that's the difference between the guys and girls. Girls just want to be heard. Men want to fix stuff. That's the difference between guys and girls. So in knowing that, having a conversation with your wife or husband, hey, I know you always want to fix stuff, but sometimes I just need you to listen, you know? So
The way to diffuse an unhappy customer or realtor too, I'm finding, like, if I just mirror back, or if I say, tell me more. My husband's so good at that too. He'll be like, say more. I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
So if I just mirror back, and this is good timing, Scott, because I had an agent call last night, and I ignored the call because I'm so done. And this reminds me that I just need to call and like just mirror back and then just say, oh, tell me more, and then conclude with, thanks for bringing that to my attention, and be done. Like, you don't have to.
starve it of oxygen, right? Like whatever you don't bring up and address kind of like is maybe they're just saying it to, you know, and here's the thing, 99% of the time, are they really upset with you?
Mm-mm.
No, they're upset. They might not even be upset about the situation. They might have had a situation with their family or a cousin or something happened in their life, and they're just the sadness, anger, frustration, disgust is coming out in this situation right now because you're the first person that came across me when all this stuff happened behind my back, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes just saying, "Are you okay?" They'll just start bawling, you know, like, this happened, that happened. Like, now you got it on the table, you know, like, are you okay? So, but that's listening to what someone's saying, how they're saying it, reading their body language. If they're sad, I mean, I don't know how many times I said, hey, are you okay? Because you can see it. It's written all over their face. They can't face it. I mean, they can't fake it. So you guys get something out of today?
Hey, Scott, can I tell you something that really, the real thing that made me excited about this material?
Please.
So I'm a super introvert. And if you want to gain more real estate agents as clients, I go to these meetings. But when I'm there, I am super poker face, because I'm sitting in the corner and I'm sitting there laughing like, all I have to do is go use the opposite side and use it to my advantage and get an Academy Award when I'm in there for the best actor, and I'll come out smelling like a rose.
Okay.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah, right. So this is Raymond, I think if you embrace this, study it, learn it, watch movies on it, just let it like sink into your core and then use it, not necessarily right at first when you see it, but you're like, ooh, saw it, go back, research. Okay. And then like, let it, like for me, when I learn something, it's like, I got to sleep on it, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. When I started the body language stuff, it's like, I went there, I said, hey, I go to a lot of events. I want to see if people are in or out. I want to see who in the group is in the conversation, who's the leader of the conversation, right? Because there's ways to do where your feet are pointing, where they're not pointing. Are they pointing at the door? You want to leave. You're not in the conversation. You're in the conversation. Like all these little things that your feet do that you don't even know they're doing. So I mean, that was a big deal for me, because I'm like, how do I exit a conversation I don't want to be in? Because it's draining my energy and my blood pressure is going through the roof. How do I professionally excuse myself from the equation, right? You know, when you talk to somebody, sometimes you're like, I just need out of this, man. Like sooner than later, I'm just going to lose it, you know? And my body language is probably expressing it just like I just did. Like I expressed serious, like, get me out of here. Yolanda, what you got, my friend?
Yeah, it's going to be a quick one, and more so a question and maybe a content for some other class will do. One of the things we try to do is to get appointments with realtor partners. So my question is, how can we use some of the learnings from this conversation in terms of body language, conversations, building rapport? How can we use that to win our realtor appointments? And like I said, it's not a topic we need to talk about now, but something we might.
Yeah. So my first thing that comes to mind for me is you can get so good at phone calls. If I've made so many phone calls and I can tell by their voice inflectuation or like how they talk to me sometimes what's going on, so I can ask different questions. On a phone call, it's a lot harder because you're not reading their body language, you're reading their voice. So that would be the first and foremost is, are they in a hurry? Are they just not interested? How do I get past the objection to change the conversation? You know, have you ever been talking to somebody and they're like it's going south, and then all of a sudden you hit something that they're excited about, and then it's just like a whole new person?
Mhm.
That's just asking the right questions to get to a point where, all right, I got to find something or I'm losing this person that they're intrigued about, excited about. You see people on this call where they start talking about something. They get like Greg the other day when he started talking about solving loans, and you start jumping around like all excited and happy. Like that's his jam. That's his superpower, right? Like he got so excited about that. But other things he talks about, he's just calm and cool and stuff, you know? So I think learning voice, but listening to the voice, not trying to sell. Like Kim said, the 20 minutes, she just went on and on and on and on. A lot of times I'm like, what? Yeah, go ahead.
Can I pull one out from 5 years ago?
Please,
'Cause
man.
It came up this week.
Uh-oh.
So I started working on my business plan this week, and I realized I wasn't super clear. They say get a unique value proposition. I kind of hate that term. And you pulled something out 5 years ago. You said when you're on the phone with a realtor, ask permission to pull out a piece of paper and say, "Hey Scott, can I ask you a question? What can you name the top 3 things your current lender does to help you do more business? Just the top 3. I'm going to write these down. What are the top 3 things your current lender does to help you do more business?"
It's really good. I remember that, dude. Yeah.
And you know what?
Yeah.
After you brought that up, I got crystal clear with that, and I developed 7, and they were my 7, and I was clear what my 7 value propositions were, and I became an animal. I lost those 7, and this morning I can't remember what it was you said. When I first became a loan officer, I was at a seminar playing cribbage with who was the top trainer 35 years ago. And I was asking him about sales because I hadn't been in sales. And he looked at me, he said, "You know what?" He said, "When your motives are pure, selling's easy."
Yeah.
So if you're going to be in a group of realtors, what's your value proposition to the realtors? How is it that you get uncomfortable when your value proposition doesn't exceed your ask? When your value proposition exceeds your ask, it's easy. It's easy to pick up the phone and talk to a realtor and say, "Hey, how can I help? How can I help your clients?" Like when you know your value proposition is better than your competition's, when you're better than the competition, when what you have to offer them is better than what they're getting, it's an easy call. The call reluctance goes away when your value exceeds your ask.
I'm so glad you brought that up, man. So we talked about that. Like, so how it would go is if a real estate agent says, "I already have a lender relationship," awesome, man. I so expect relationships. I was just curious, just so I can learn, what are the 3 things that lender does to help you grow your business? And you literally put your head down. You're like, the top 3. Go ahead. 1, 2. Just the top 3. Go ahead.
I'm telling you, when you brought that up back then, I got clear, and it disappeared. So
yeah, it's back, baby.
It's back.
Yeah, good stuff, guys. All right, thanks for staying late. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. All the PowerPoints are inside of MLO Live. If you have any questions about it, just jump on my calendar, meetwithscotty.com. And
we got some free marriage counseling today.
Free. I'm telling you, it'll change your marriage. It'll 100% change your marriage. 100%. Kim?
That's a game changer. I can tell you that.
I'm telling you. Yes. All right, guys. Have an amazing day. Appreciate you. See you tomorrow. Ding, ding.